Hello everyone. So I continue with my series on the Chinese artists. I did one on Chinese manga artists. Well, it's not really manga, it's Chinese comics, you might say, because it's not limited to the way of doing manga. It uses colors and more organic brushworks. So this one, I discovered one of my first Chinese modern artists. Is Zao Dao, and she did a few other books. I think this one was her first one published in France, and she has a beautiful kind of blend of traditional brushwork and modern kind of comics illustration art style. And this book is a mix of art book and comics of a light story. And you see, she's also a very talented painter. So she can do painting, she can do ink, drawing and inking. And she has a very beautiful universe. So you see her skill at kind of classical Chinese painting. And she mixes it with the kind of the storytelling comics direction slowly. So this book is a little bit old now. It has quite a few years. I don't know how is she doing now. Is she still doing art, or did she move on to something else in her life? I don't know. But she has a lot of talent. I like the blend of detailed work and the way of portraying nature, and the background is very rough and like expressive art, and I like it when it's a little bit original like that. So this is, you see, a little bit of light comic storytelling, but it's like a blend of artwork, and it kind of becomes a vague soft story. There's some rice paper here. I think she did really do this on the rice paper, given a very traditional Chinese art background. The same here. But if you like to draw like that, you can just download a rice paper texture on the internet, use some custom brushes, watercolor brushes, dirty inking brush or pencil, and you can do this digitally, but it will be a little bit less expressive, I think, than traditional brushwork. and less random and organic. I don't know what kind of paper is this. If it's just like a coffee, you know, like using some old coffee to put a primer on the paper before doing the work. Not sure. It looks good like that. I wish many comics would do stuff like that, like very strong, rough visual base. So it's not like very flat and digital and clean, but that's my taste. I don't know, maybe this is from a traditional Chinese legend, maybe. I need to read more Japanese legends and folk tales to get a sense of what's going on. But very nice ink work. This could be mimosa tree, maybe, and swallows, birds. So it seems like spring. I don't know if some of those creatures and stuff is from like a mountain tribal people in China. Some of the ethnic minorities in China living in the mountains. There's so much to discover from the Chinese culture. This is also pretty strong dry brushwork thing, and here traditional bamboo and flowers. Yeah, this is one of the first like modern Chinese artists doing a mix of old school and like a not exactly a modern twist, but a contemporary evolution of traditional Chinese ink and painting. So it's yeah, inspiring and refreshing. So hopefully you check some of her work, maybe buy some of her books to support her, and maybe we'll get more of her art. She's very nice, huh? She does nature very well. Yeah, so it's Zao Dao, the wind blowing in the pine trees, something. See you in the next video.